Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome to my channel, All of My Plants. Today's video is late. It was supposed to be a few days ago video. I'll explain that in just a moment because that's a trip. But today's video is more marathon plant chores because it never ends. I have done so many things in the past week. That and I'm kind of suffering from hyperfixation on a variety of things that aren't plants, while still also managing to somehow take care of my plants. So I'm impressed with myself. Anyway, what happened to the video? Because I did record several things. I think I might still have some clips, I don't know. But anyway, I was sitting and trying to start some seeds. I'll put in a picture. One of these 72 cell seed trays, and then some of those little biodegradable trays. Mostly flowers, some veggies. I don't know. I don't know what all I started, but I did tuck the packet in there to kind of remind me if they don't fall apart before it's time to transplant them. So anyway, I started these seeds. I started these seeds in this tray, and the mix that I was using to start these seeds in seemed very hydrophobic. So I just watered them and watered over the top of it and left it overnight. I was like, it's fine, it'll suck it up eventually. The mix I used, by the way, is this stuff here from my local Dollar General, because I figured it didn't matter too much, right? I'm just starting some seeds. They just need to grow. This is sphagnum peat, horticultural vermiculite, perlite, wetting agent, and lime for pH balance. Yeah, I guess it's American Seed brand. It didn't go so well. So I went back the next day and I was like, oh, I've got to get this off my dining room table, which is also where my computer lives, because now, like my desktop computer, because now it's just me and my husband, so we don't need to seat 6 at our table anymore because there's 2 of us. All the kids have moved out. So I picked this tray up, and it's heavy. You know, it's freshly watered, right? It's the next day or whatever. It's heavy, so it tips. And all this water comes spilling out into my keyboard. So that's not working currently. And that's where the video was. It's fine. I just need to go get a new keyboard, which I have not yet had the opportunity to go do because I have to drive 50 minutes one way. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yes, the keyboard. I just have to go get a new one, and I haven't had the time to yet. My husband just called me because there was a snake on our patio. It was 80 degrees yesterday. I think it was 75-ish today, and I think it's supposed to be 40 some odd degrees tonight. So go figure. But anyway, snakes are out. At least they are in zone 8A. Anyway. So I am repotting some stuff today, or potting up some things today. I have some Colocasia corms bulbs, and then some cuttings that have been sitting for far too long already. So I guess let's do the cuttings first, since I have the moss out here already. Does that make sense? Yeah. What are you doing, Weenie? So everything's a mess, as usual. I think I'm going to pot some of these up because they've actually got pretty decent roots. Or I'm not going to pot them, I'm going to put them in moss. Because I think a couple people wanted some, and it's just easier for me to ship them in moss rather than have soil go everywhere. I am not good at taping that stuff in. I do try. Alright. I don't even know what half this stuff is sitting here for. It's just been sitting here over a period of days. So I just got these little clear cups so we can monitor the roots, because that's fun. And just some sphagnum moss. The only thing I did different, usually I just use water to hydrate. This does have some mosquito bit tea in it. And that's just because fungus gnats are a thing, and I don't love them. Why am I just filling this pot? I'm telling you, I can't focus. Okay, we've got some root growth. Let me bring that closer so you can see. I'll take this so maybe it doesn't drip everywhere. Yeah, you can kind of see some little roots growing. They were doing pretty good. Pretty good. I don't see any rot anywhere on any of them either, so that's awesome. Okay, let's find some nice top cuts. I'm just gonna lay them right across there. I know I did have a few top cuts in there. Oh, there's one right there. Does this one look good? Looks like every other leaf is variegated, but it's got some nice variegation. And then the new leaf there has some variegation on it. I'm gonna stick it in there. He's pretty. I don't know where I'm gonna put all these. Actually, I do know where. I'm gonna plant a lot of them in the yard in the next few weeks. Syngonium is not hardy near me, but I do like the way it looks out there, so I plant some out there every year. I don't know. Just kind of back in an area we call the hollow. It's kind of shadier. Monstera does not do well back there, though. I planted an albo back there, very low variegation, this past year, I think, and it just, it fried. It really, really fried. It still grew, but it was not happy. All right. So that's cute. She's cute. All right, so that's one. I'm not going to do all these. Do you have a growth point yet? On a lot of these Syngonium, the growth point is behind the existing leaf, so you can't really see them, but I know they're there. Oh, here's another one with multiple leaves. Ooh, this one has a nice amount of white, maybe too much white. Is that the newest leaf? No, it's it's the oldest leaf, as a matter of fact, that has all that white, the two newer ones. Oh, that's the one that had the weird leaf. These are the two newest leaves on it. And then this is the oldest leaf, which has got a lot of white. No roots yet, though. I was gonna try to pot that one. We'll just wait longer. I'm looking for another top cut. Oh, I can see the growth point on this one. It's just kind of poking out just a little. Can you see it right there? And that's on this leaf. I don't think I'm going to pot that one up yet either. Ooh, okay. This is a top cut. Once again, every other leaf looks variegated on this, but it's got nice roots, so I think I'm going to do that one too. I'm not packing these in here too tight. I know some people are like, yeah, really pack the moss in there. I leave it kind of loose and airy. I think it's a matter of preference, really. It could be a matter of preference for the plant, but I don't know what this plant prefers. I know it likes consistent watering, and I've never given it consistent watering. I try. I think the few times it has been out in the greenhouse, it's had consistent watering, but that's about the only time. All right, that's looking pretty good. A little bit more. Okay. There's two. Oh, I see a new leaf on somebody. Oh, it's another top cut. Yay. Oh, this one's got multiple leaves. Oh, it's an all green one. This one's definitely going to go outside. Yeah, I don't see any variegation on this guy anywhere. Not even in the stem. But it's still pretty. I'll pot this up. I'll pot this up so I can plant it outside. Set it to the side. I don't mind the all green ones. I don't mind. I didn't cut this plant because of variegation. I cut it because it was just kind of naked at the bottom. Once again, the consistent watering would have prevented that. But, so it was just to make this plant a little bit tidier. Isn't that cute? Okay, so that's 3. I would like to find another variegated top cut. or something that's definitely showing new growth is coming. I'll never find that one that I had now. Ooh, I see a nice growth point on this one. It's got little leaves. Are you variegated? When it is variegated. Okay, hang on, I'll show you that one. I see another top cut here. I just want to look at it. All green. This one's not a top cut, but it does have multiple leaves. Mostly all green. Is this another every other leaf is variegated? Yes. I don't see any new growth on it yet, though. But this is the one that I said just has a little bitty new growth point. So the roots are tiny, but I am going to go ahead and put that in some moss. It has okay variegation. It's more minty than albo. It's just kind of like a very light green, or a mintier green. Lighter than the normal green, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Words are hard. Words are hard. All right, so I'm guessing, go back through these one more time. That might be all I pot up for now. The leaves that had more white on them, I'm noticing that they have less root growth than the ones that had more green. Oh, except for this one. This one's all green and it has 0 root growth so far. That one's not bad. I don't see any new growth down in there yet, though. No roots. No new growth yet. This one here has the tiniest new growth, but it's very, very not variegated. And I don't see much in the stem. I'm going to wait on that too. That one has tiny, tiny roots, tiny, tiny new growth, but it's all green. I don't want to send anybody one that's all green. I mean, you never know with this plant, but nevertheless, let's get it off to a good start, at least. All right, these are going back in here for now. If I can get them back in there. But I have 2 with some variegation going. And this is one of those plants, you can chop it to improve the variegation, and a lot of times that goes quite well with this plant, but I'm not worried about it for me personally. It can look however it wants to look. Okay, and then this is the Philodendron Camposportuanum, which I still have not rinsed off, but I will take it and throw it in the shower with these guys for a good rinse. Yeah, this is the all green one. Here, I'll bring them up closer. This one here is just all green, but nevertheless, it's very pretty. And then this is one of the variegated ones. It's an every other leafer. It looks like it's variegated. That I can see some variegation in this new growth point. And then this is all green. And then the other one looks like another every other leafer. Yeah, all green. I can see variegation in this guy. And then this is its other leaf. So it's very nice. Very nice. Lots of white in this particular petiole. I don't know, I think they get darker sometimes too, as they mature a bit. All right, I'm gonna set these aside for a moment. Sorry if I sound winded. Oh, I forgot one. Oh, it's very good. It's the one I said I was gonna pot up with kind of green. Sorry if I sound kind of winded. I am recovering from something. I don't know what we had. Head cold, something. I could not breathe at all. Was not fun. My husband had something similar at the same time. I don't know. He wasn't really having much problems like breathing or anything like that. He was just having like a hacking cough and sinus issues. So maybe it was the same thing. Maybe it was something different. I'm not sure. But Yeah, we're feeling better, but I'm still winded. Alright, and that's the one I just said I was going to pot up with its little growth point barely above the soil there. Cute! Okay, and I cut these up around Christmas, so there are leaves fully unfurled underneath the water. Some have just rotted and gone. So I'm going to sort out the best of these. They have new growth, but where's that little leaf that was unfurled? It's a little tiny guy. Right there. But yeah, this right here, I'm not sure if that was a leaf or what's going on there, but that's gone. And then this is a leaf here under the water. It's like I said, it's just been sitting here since December. That was rude of me. Somewhere in my Philodendron bipennifolium. That sounds right. That has also been chopped out since December, and it was a pretty good sized plant. It is in a jar, just sitting there. New growth all over the place. I don't know. I think that one there has pretty enthusiastic roots, but I don't know. These are decent. Oh, that was an old growth point. That thing that looked mushy. We're gonna get that off. We are. Are we? I said it looked mushy. I didn't know I was gonna have to fight it. Okay. Scissors it is. All right. Alcohol spray? Can I take it downstairs to refill it? Oh, no, there it is. I did refill it, but I brought it back. Yay me. Phew, okay, anyway. So, I can't focus. This one, the leaves don't look great. They're just kind of yellowed on that one. I don't know if I want to pot that up or not. I want to pot the prettier ones. Does that make sense? Wow, they're all kind of intermingling. This plant is such an enthusiastic grower. Oh, the new leaves look rough, boy. The ends of these aerial roots have died off. But one of them branched up higher, so I'm not going to cut it all the way back. I'm just going to cut the ones that look gross. See, I have left these entirely too long. These weren't even in water. They're just growing. Adventitious roots just growing. These were the ones that were in water. This one here is one that I said at the end was rotted, but it branched off up there, so I left that bit. The new leaves did not do well. Ugh, poor thing. Should I pot it? See what happens? I'll pot it. Oh boy, did I run out of little clear pots? No, I have some more. Yay! More! Okay. But yeah, this plant is an enthusiastic grower. I'm not sure you could kill it with a hammer. I mean, you know, it's tough. It's tough. Since I've had it, I've put it through everything. Underwatering, overwatering. I've burnt it in the sun. I've put it in a corner that was way too dark. I had it on a plank that used to fall over all the time. I've had it on a pole. Somewhere there was one of these that I swear did not get water for 3 months and it was still alive. I have no idea how that happens, but true story. I ripped this leaf yesterday. I shut it in the lid to my soil bin. But it looks okay. It's an older leaf and it has new growth. These leaves are not unfurling. It is stuck leaf season. I think I said that last video. I'm not sure. If I didn't, it is. It is stuck leaf season on everything. I think my Gloriosum currently has a stuck leaf. Splendid currently has a stuck leaf. The Melanochrysum, it's got a half stuck leaf with a new leaf stuck in that. Okay, sorry, battery died. Now undoubtedly the camera will overheat. Some of these have really nice roots, but not really nice new growth. Wow, that's weird. Ugh. Okay, we've got another smushy stem bit on this one. This is the one where the whole leaf was submerged, but it actually looks okay. Oh, there's 2 growth points coming out of the same, 3 growth points coming out of the same node on this one. That's really weird. Let me bring that closer. Can you see them? There's this one, then there's this little teeny thing here, and then there's another one right down here. Really, really weird. That looks a lot like when you tissue culture something. They just kind of multiply like that. But I didn't put any hormones or anything in this. I'm 100% sure I didn't. Oh, actually there's, gosh, that's a lot of growth points. There's another one right here that I didn't see. Oops, sorry. Another one right along the front there that I didn't see. I don't know if we're focusing on that. That's really strange. I'm gonna pot it up. That'll be fun. That'll be fun, just to see what happens. Probably one of those will take over and be the dominant one, probably the larger one. I don't know. But, yeah. We'll see who wins that race. That seems to be what happens to me with tissue culture plants, especially if I leave them just all on the same root system. One of them invariably takes over and becomes the dominant plant. One of them just takes over and becomes dominant. So anyway, we left part of that sticking up. I know, I'm so far away. Yeah, so we left at least that one growth point sticking up, and I didn't really mash that down in there too tight because I don't want to break anybody. We'll let them go and see what happens. All right, so I've got 3 of these looking very ridiculous. Is there anybody who actually looks like, whew, good? This one, actually. The new growth has come out on this one, okay. So this piece on this side is the new growth, and it actually looks okay, so I'm gonna pot that one up. Yeah. The older leaves look a little janky, but that's part of the reason why I cut this plant up. It's just been beat to death. It has been beat up a lot. It's been through something with me, but it's tough. It's tough. I think you could run it over with the lawnmower and all the pieces that shot out would probably just root somewhere and grow, I swear. I don't know where this plant is native to or if it's like species, I don't know. I have no idea. But I really feel like it's that tough. Philodendron camposportuinum, if I didn't say, I can't remember. Brain not functioning. At 100%, just not. Okay, oh, why are we falling over? Okay, fine. Want more moss? I'll give you more moss. Okay. It's cute. It's got a little root there that's gonna probably dry off. Can you see it in there? Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it. I don't think that root's gonna make it. It was previously submerged, but now it's not. Or it was submerged close enough that it got down into the water and grew. All right, how about these last couple? What do I have? What do I have? This is another one that had its growth point underwater, and there are 2. Why does it do that when it's underwater? What did I put in that water? Maybe I did put something in this water. BAP? Oh, I don't know. Now I'm starting to really question myself. Maybe I was trying to get them to root better, faster. I have no idea. Because that really looks a lot like what happens in tissue culture. But they're not all like that. Oh, that one's got 2 growth points too. It's just the ones that were underwater. So weird. I did not do that on purpose. There's a little growth point here, and then the main one there. And it's looking kind of gnarly, as they do. And then this one's the same way. It was underwater. And then this is one growth point, and then there's another one there. I'm not sure, that might be a root or a growth point. This one here is definitely a root. But yeah, so... okay, maybe I should go wash my hands. I have no idea. I have no idea what that's about. I don't know why I'd put anything in the water other than like Super Thrive. But that's really suspicious the way that looks. Okay, I guess we'll pot this one up. The bigger of them. The one that had the more advanced growth point. What in the world? I don't get it. That's so weird. This plant did not originally come from tissue culture. So, I don't know. I think I got it from a friend, or did I buy it? Not sure. Not sure. But either way, it was long enough ago that I don't think that this plant was in tissue culture yet. I'm going to say that with a fair degree of certainty. Can never be 100%, can you? Because sometimes people are, like randos like me, are just doing it in their laundry room. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, it does look like it's been chemically treated, just the way it's dividing, multiplying. I don't know, but they're cute. They're potted up now. That's right up against the side of the cup. Why did I do that? Okay. It is a little jammed into the side of the cup, but I think it'll figure itself out. Okay, there we go. He'll find the light and go up, I think. And where these have been underwater, I probably will kind of put them in the cabinet. Just the humidity, the extra moisture maybe will help a little bit. Not that it's much higher in there than it is in here. It's 63% in here today. What's the temperature, 25? Can't see. 24. So in Fahrenheit, that's 75. Shoo. It's starting to rain outside too. Oh. Bird's downstairs sneezing back at me. All right, so I'm going to put the rest of these back in here, I'm pretty sure. I mean, they look okay, but I would rather wait for some newer growth on particularly this one, because the original leaf is kind of, this one doesn't have any, this one has a little bit of smushy roots and no new root growth, so we're going to give up on him. It's been 2 months. It's pushing 3 months, so if they don't have growth yet, I don't think they're gonna. All right, so I'll put those few back. Okay, am I done? I think I'm done potting things for now, but those are a couple things that I know I was going to trade some of, I think, or gift to people, or whatever. All of the above, any of the above. Yeah, let me go put these guys in the tub for their shower. And I guess while I'm thinking about it, let's chop this up and throw it in some water. This is Philodendron Florida Beauty. I'll bring it closer. I realize I'm far away. It's lovely, but it lost this leaf, which I had said I was going to chop this plant when it put this leaf out because it was all yellow. So I'm just chopping it up. I don't know what this newest leaf is doing. It looks like it has some variegation, but a lot of yellow nevertheless. So I'm just chopping it up, propagating it. The other one's fine. This is the other Florida Beauty. which this one's doing great. I really like the balance of variegation on this one so far. This is the current newest leaf. Look at that one. It's weird. They're pretty though. I like that little kind of minty bit up there on that piece, on that leaf. It's a little dirty. But yeah, it's not doing anything with this pole yet. It's not dry. But yeah, got another new leaf coming very soon. Pretty excited about it. Pretty excited, also pretty paranoid. Because this plant is sticky quite frequently, like EFN, extra floral nectaries. So I'm always paranoid that it's a pest thing, and most of the time it's not, but... Okay, so I'm just gonna chop. I don't know if this is grabbing the pole anywhere or not. This was the base that I propagated that plant from. I just ended up with this one because the girl was not only downsizing her collection, but getting rid of it completely. So she was like, hey, want some plants? And I was like, yeah. It is grabbing right down here. So I guess we'll cut above that for now. Oh. Help if I could cut all the way through it, huh? I'm just gonna leave the top cut with this leaf and this leaf. I'll throw the node in the prop box and we'll stick the last guy in water. The top cut there. Oop. I'm not cutting very well. A mid cut, which, was that a mid cut? I think it was actually a top cut, but I think it's fine. So it only grew, how many leaves has it grown since it's been here? 1, 2, 3, 4, including the yellow one that fell off. So this one here was the most recent one it had when I got it before, and I propagated it like 1 leaf before that. Is that all it had grown? Apparently. Is this gonna come out easy? Yeah. That's dried off anyway. Okay. So this may or may not root. Do I leave the stump alone to see if it reshoots from somewhere? Maybe. Sure, why not? Maybe I can take it to a plant swap or something. Not that we have many near me. I have to go 2 or 3 hours usually to get to a plant swap. But yeah, because I'm not shipping that. Okay. And why don't I stick those right in with these guys? That way I don't have so many cups of water sitting around with... Gosh, I don't think that's... I might actually put this in moss. This top cutting. Yeah, I was saying, why don't I just stick these in here? That way I don't have quite so many cups of water, of plant water, sitting around. Okay. I'm seriously debating, do I put this in moss or what do I do with it? Well, it was still very bendy. Maybe it was just thirsty. Did I water this lately? I like how you can see the variegation in the stem of this guy. It's really cool. And the stripes on the, where I said the stem, it's the petiole. That's the stem right there. But yeah, I do like that you can see the variegation in this plant. It's cool. I have some that are variegated where you're like, is it? It's so pretty. So this newer growth point might go. I don't know. It actually didn't on that plant. The one that I picked up and showed you that I said was a cutting from the original plant. It didn't go, much to my surprise. Oh, it's sticky and I just rubbed it in my hair. Yep. All right. It's a pretty plant. I don't know if this plant was ever really on my wish list. But it doesn't, that was mostly because of the price for a long time. It's not one that I was actively seeking, but at the same time, it's one that I would have loved to have. But I just didn't wish list it because it didn't seem like something that I could do at the time. So, I don't know. I feel lucky to have it. I do. Try to get that guy down in there. All right. I'm gonna leave it at that. Looks weird. It's just like flipped over. It's fine. Okay, and then my little nubbin, my little node. This one might grow pretty well. So you can see this little point sticking up. That would be where the new growth comes from. On the opposite side is where the leaf came off. Those aerial roots, the adventitious roots, are where they would come from. They look a little crusty. They look a little dry. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm debating if I just want to stick it in there. I think I'm going to just stick it in here with this plant. I'm just going to tuck it down there pretty good. So it might have a friend forever if the roots get all tangled up with it. Because I won't be digging them out. Okay. All right. Beautiful. All right. Now I'm done with the moss. I'm done with the moss. Okay. What have I got? Oh, Colocasia. I think I have Colocasia, they're corms. Colocasia esculenta. And then the other one is Black Magic. So one is just green and the other is like a very dark, kind of purpley blue color. Which I think I have both outside that just grow in my yard. They come back every year. I'm in zone 8A, so they do pretty good here. I think I have Regal Shields too, the plants in the other room, because it's spider mighty. That's about to get evicted to the yard. I've grown it indoors for 5 or 6 years maybe now. I don't know. And I was just saying not too long ago, I was like showing it on my channel, and I was like, it doesn't have spider mites. Yay! It's got spider mites. So bad. Okay, so these are my pots, which probably seem huge for some Colocasia corms. But this is, this is the Esculenta, how do I say that? I gotta go Google it. The Colocasia esculenta corm, the green one, and that's going in this pot. And then these guys here are not all going to fit in this pot. Those are the Black Magic corms, which, I don't know, I guess it's okay. It's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Well, there's another little baby corm right there. It's the tiniest thing. Maybe we'll stick him in there too. Yeah, I think it's okay. How about you guys? They look a little heinous, don't they? I'll show you what I mean when I say they look a little heinous. They're a little gnarly, a little dry. I mean, they've been stored all winter, so of course they're dry. But yeah. And then, oops, it's upside down. This is the bigger one. And then this is the Colocasia esculenta, yep. The green one, the green elephant ear. And you can see where it's going to put out more corms, which this has spread in my yard very, very well. Like I don't mean to say that it's invasive. It's definitely a non-native, but it hasn't spread to the point where I consider it invasive. It has just done very well replicating itself in its little confined area. So it's planted in, it's a very wet area. Right now there's probably 7 inches of water over there, literally when it's bone dry in the summer. But there's also hostas, vinca. Vinca is invasive. I don't know if it's a native or not, but it's invasive. I have to aggressively rip it up and burn it every year. Vinca's lovely. I just don't want that to be my whole yard. What else is back there? Colocasia. I can't remember. Oh, some ferns. One was called macho fern, which it has not spread. And then another one is, I think it's called painted fern or something. It's kind of blue and silvery. It also has not spread. So I think it's all non-native, but I wouldn't really call any of it invasive except for the vinca. And one of my friends gave that to me, so I also just like broadcast a whole bunch of wildflower seeds. But anyway, are we overheating yet? Because I am. I don't think so. Me personally, I'm overheating. This is the soil I'm going to attempt to use because that other stuff is hydrophobic, and God only knows what I'll ruin if I try to use it again. This is not going to be enough soil. I think you plant these, whether you're potting them or planting them in the ground, definitely the pointy side up, where you can see the growth points coming from. That side up and about an inch below the surface of the soil. Okay. Let's see. Can we sandwich the hydrophobic soil so that it works? This is wet already. Oh, it's, I don't love the smell. Is there a dead animal in there? No. It kind of smells like, well, like dank forest floor, but also there's something else in there. Kind of like a little mildewy or something. I don't know if I like this. It just looks like normal potting mix, like a barky, kind of potting mix. But it's odoriferous. We're gonna plow ahead. Gosh. Ingredients. Processed forest products, processed pine bark, Canadian peat moss, reed sedge peat, sand, composted rice hulls, perlite, and limestone. In Georgia, it contains different stuff, and in California, it contains different stuff. I'm in Maryland, so. And I don't know what that smell is. Like, I can taste it. I can taste it. And half of it just went, oh, what is that? Just went into my soda, which I guess I'll be replacing. It's just chunky, I guess. Okay. I need a tool. I have the world's tiniest shovel. I'm just trying to break up some of these clumps a little bit. I don't want to dig my hands all in it because the smell is questionable to me. It doesn't really smell like a dead animal, but it does have a kind of forest floor smell mixed with something else. Mold? Mildew? You can get both of those on the forest floor, right? Fungus. That's what it is, a very fungal smell. That's probably going to be full of fungus gnats. When I water it through, I'll use mosquito bit water, mosquito bit tea. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to have to put that a little bit deeper in there, I suppose. Because that'll be right at the surface when I add more soil. Okay, let me scoop some of it out with this. I just swept. It reminds me of mycelium, like, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Which I don't find that smell overly pleasant. Okay, let's try that again. All right, now we're setting down in there better. Did I get that the right way up? Yeah. Phew. Do I try to put some of that stuff on there? Like mixed in? The soil that refuses, or the potting mix that refuses to moisten. What wetting agent? It does say it has a wetting agent. What a lie. We'll try it. Phew. This other stuff is really barky, so rub some dirt on it, I am. All right. Phew. Gosh, I hope that smell rinses through and dies down a little bit. Because I was going to put these, not outside yet. I want to see them sprout before I throw them out there. And eventually I'll plant them back in the ground with their friends. I just want these ones to have a jump start. Does that make sense? They probably won't because they don't have any roots. In my little pea brain, these ones are going to do just as well, if not better, than their friends who have been left in the ground. If this actually absorbs some water. Oh, that's still right there. It is not even an inch under the soil. Whoops. I think since it's raining, I'm just going to throw it outside in the rain. I don't think we're supposed to get inches or anything, but it's easier than when I first pot things, especially these, in these kind of planters, they have big holes and a lot of the soil will just kind of drain through. So I don't really want that indoors anywhere. So I'm going to throw it outside. Because for now it's still quite warm. I'm sweating up here. The window's open. All right, these little dudes. I don't think they're all three going to go in this pot. This one is barely going to go in this pot. Is this deeper? That's the ticket. And then I'll put the two smaller ones in there together. Yeah, I think. I really want to use up the driest soil on the planet. I'm just afraid to put too much of it in here now. Yep. Because it clearly does not, it's dust. It does not rehydrate well. True. So I've got a really stinky soil and then I've got a really dry soil. There's no winning. All right, I just twisted that down in there. Deeper. Okay. So it's not very deep at all. I just want it to be about an inch below the top of the soil level. So it might be there. Okay. I think I will let it rain on it and then I'll dump some mosquito bit tea through it. Through it when I bring it back in. Because I'm suspicious. Alright, anyway, that's that guy. And of course I didn't label them because I live on the edge. That's I think they'll be easy enough to identify once they pop up that maybe I'll be okay. I just won't be able to remember the name of it, even though I know what the name of it is, that kind of thing. Because that's who I am. I don't remember names of plants. Ugh. Okay. I'm just tucking them down in there, covering them over. And sure, we'll do this little guy too. Which way is up on you? I'm guessing that way. If not, you'll figure it out. I've planted them upside down before and they figure it out. They do outside anyway. I don't know if they do inside. But outside, they figure out where the sun goes. So they're just barely under the surface there. You can see that one right there. So I might actually add just a little bit of the hydrophobic soil on top of this. Because that's a little too close actually. I thought I got it down in there deeper, but I didn't. All right, hydrophobic soil. Whew. All right. And they're gonna go outside for a shower and I'll be back. Okay, and if I did forget those out there for some reason, it would be okay, because like I said, I think they're good down to about 40 degrees. Or no, both of those types are actually good to 10 to 15, right? Yeah, at least in the ground. So both of them are hardy in zone 8 to 10, I believe. So it would be okay. I just would rather not forget them. I don't want to set them back. I want them to grow. I think that's me for today. I'm going to try to get this edited so I can actually get it posted. But yeah, lots of plant chores lately. I extended this moss pole. I did all this on camera. I extended this moss pole for this Florida green. It looks great. It looks great. I think next leaf maybe it'll attach to the extension, because it wasn't quite there. I just actually remembered to do it before it got there. And I found some sort of mite on the mystery Hoya. If I can find a picture or something, I'll show you which Hoya I'm talking about. I found that, so I chopped that up into little tiny pieces, and I'm propagating it currently. I did the hot water method, 120 degrees for 20 minutes, hot water. Held the plant down and just kept topping the water up, making sure that it stayed 120 degrees. Some of the leaves have dropped since then. I could see damage immediately on some of the leaves. I could see what looked like edema. If I had to think of a way to describe it to you, that's what I would say. I might have a picture of that too, I'm not sure. But anyway, some of those leaves have just quit. I also sprayed it with Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew. I don't know, overkill maybe? And with the hot water method, are we drowning them or are we roasting them? The mites. Because I'm not sure. But anyway, I got paranoid after that, and I've looked at so many plants under the microscope now. It's not even funny. That was the only plant I found them on though. And that plant's been around for a while, so I don't know. Everybody else is just kind of getting some bonide sprays just in case, but some Captain Jack sprays just in case. I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm paranoid now. Between root mealybugs, spider mites, and now finding some other kind of random mite, I'm having a great time. I am. I don't know, it's not that bad. Pests are annoying, and I say all the time that it's not that big a deal. And generally, I don't think it is unless it's thrips. I will throw a plant away rather than fight thrips at this point. They're just so hard to get rid of. Unless you use systemics, but you know, we can't always do that. I can't get systemics in my state. I have to go out of state to get them. So if I happen to have them, great. If I don't happen to have them, I'm throwing the plant away. I'm just not fighting thrips. I saw a video not too long ago where somebody found thrips on a plant that they were sent in the mail, and she was like melting down, like she was mad. She was mad. Big mad. And I mean, I kind of get it, because thrips are frustrating, but... And she paid for the plant is the big mad reason, which I would be big mad too if I paid for a plant that was infested with thrips, because like I said, I'm throwing it away. I'm not keeping it in my house long enough to send it back to you. But anyway, that is going to do it for me. I'm having a heat stroke. I can't seem to get my thoughts in order. I'm incoherent, and I'm sorry. I have no excuse for myself. I don't know what to tell you. But thanks for sticking with me. All right, I'm out. Come back and check me out again soon. Bye.